prompts. There are so many possibilities. Just to look at it. Probably as many possibilities as there are words in English. Or let's try something. Just random letters. And it works. It works so well. Okay, so we can create cool images by writing anything. I feel cool is a default mode for Midjourney. Problems start when you have something particular in mind. And there are so many prompts in the internet. And how to know which one works? I'm glad you ask. Theoretically, we could check every one of them before we start to generate anything. But well, who would do that?
Oh, lazy.
So here I am, choosing my favorite ones and showing it to you, so you will not have to check every one of them. We'll check 3 universal prompts on 4 categories, by comparison and also some experimenting. In the end, we'll mix everything to create the best possible solutions. Nevertheless, we are first going to start with a small introduction on Midjourney. If you already know that, please feel free to jump ahead. Disclaimer: this is an experimental guide. It bases on a lot of trials, not inside knowledge of artificial intelligence programming. Nevertheless, it works. Okay, so let's get started. Midjourney is an artificial intelligence trained in making art. You can access it via Discord by applying for the beta on the webpage. When you are done, you get the access to your internet feed, public communication channel, and, with subscription, to a private one. It's pretty simple. You write imagine and then whatever you want. Generation will take a few moments. When it is done, it gives you 4 solutions: 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can click either U for upgrade, V for making more variants, or loop for try again. Anything you want, however you want. Please just try a lot of times with this loop. If it looks bad every time, you have probably overdone it. Try less prompts. For example, here's my concept created with a lot of prompts, and then the same idea with less. I have a feeling that better results come when you are open for new solutions, but this is actually a topic for another video. There are so many prompts you can find in the internet, it's insane. For the sake of this video, I divided them into the following categories. I highly recommend the webpage Promptmania, where you can find a lot of really good examples and also create your own text. To check the effect of prompts on our images, we'll have to have some kind of a base. Here you can see the process of making it. And I have to say that I'm really glad with the effect of such a simple text to image. Especially with the women of the bird. I think this is such a nice idea of the wings creating some kind of a cloak over her. It's like brilliant. I would love to draw that actually, maybe someday I will. Let's start with the atmosphere. You can access the full list in the description below. From this list I have chosen Mysterious as the main prompt to be checked. In my opinion, as mysterious represents a feeling, it's one of the best prompts from this list. I really love the effects, how they are a little bit unexpected. For my other concepts, I have noticed that these kind of unclear prompts, like feelings, are really fulfilling because you never know what will come out, and it makes you think a little like how AI actually knows what mystery is and how to interpret it as a graphical design. This is an amazing topic for discussion, and I hope someday we'll discuss it. Let's go to the best fitting in my opinion, obviously. For the women of the bird, I've chosen blue blue colors, and I really like the graphic style of it. It's nothing particular actually, but it's nice. For the arc gates in a canyon, I've chosen volumetric dusk fog, and this is a hit.
Wow, that was amazing!
This prompt works almost with anything outside and makes it so much more beautiful, so much more mysterious again, but it's super interesting and I definitely recommend it everywhere, every time, always. For the home on a lake, I've chosen neon lights. And I have a feeling that this is kinda good prompt, but only for particular concepts. You will know it when you need it. Composition. It's maybe not so long category, but there are some diamonds to be seen. For example, cinematic composition. It works kinda simple, it makes everything look like it would be a movie shot. So I use it often because it can be actually used with anything. There's one Instagram account I truly love following when it comes to AI designs, and here you can see it. Please notice how beautifully he uses one of those prompts, cinematic composition, in his designs. There are also a lot of other interesting prompts he uses, so please feel free to visit his account. For the best shaping, I've tried to go a little bit more experimental. I paired woman with a bird with symmetrical, and it's kind of interesting because I think he interpreted it as symmetrical like tarot game cards. I was thinking maybe because nothing in nature is truly symmetrical, but on the other hand, on the internet you can find pictures of symmetrical faces which look really, really great. So try it if you want. Arcades in a canyon went even more crazy. I've chosen a wide angle and it gave... You can see what it gave. It's at least interesting, but I have no idea how to interpret it. Home on the lake and roll of birds. Well, sometimes it works, and I have seen pictures when it worked really, really well, but I'm not sure I wouldn't recommend it like generally. Maybe sometimes if you have something particular in mind. And here it comes, the most controversial topic in this whole video, and it's basically copying someone. And I've included in this category also web pages, which is, I think, totally morally okay, but with people, I really don't want to start this conversation right now. There are thousands of artists on the internet expressing their opinion about it, so please don't listen to me. Go and listen to them. For example, here you can see designs inspired by Loish, an amazing illustrator and artist. And although Midjourney didn't get the style quite well, I think writing the artist you like is the fastest way to get the picture you would also like. Although, please remember about ethic in this kind of practice. Well, what can I say? The prompts with a style work quite similarly to the previous one, so, well, it's the fastest way to get a picture you would like, so yes, I recommend it definitely. And I guess this is the best moment to say something about styles and dictionary on midjourney.com. If you lack ideas what to do next, please come in here and you'll see the effects. With the same logic, we can get inspired by architects or sculptures. We don't have to limit ourselves only to painters and illustrators. Classical category, type of graphics, and the most classical prompt from this classical category, hyper-realistic. There's multitude of variants like hyper-realistic, super-realistic, etc. But actually I have not seen the difference between them. But I have seen the difference between just one prompt and a whole combo. For example, hyper-realistic, highly detailed, and so on. So just to let you know, you can make combos. And yes, obviously you can use something like oil painting or photography to define your style. Theoretically, concept art should be the same as previous prompts, but actually it works so much better. I have a feeling that Midjourney is just made for concept art. So yes, it's a perfect hit. So please, let's stop here for a second and appreciate how beautifully this works. The last one, but not the least, is 8K. And I really appreciate it. It's so simple, it's just 2 signs, but somehow it works. It gives more natural colors, more poetic colors maybe. So yes, I like it. Woohoo, we got through this! Congrats! Actually, those were only exemplary prompts from my favorite ones, and there is, like, as we already said, countless number of things you can write. You have a little bit more extensive list in the description below, and I hope that you will be a little bit more confident with your generations from now on.
Guys, I'm like really smart now.
Just to say goodbye, I'm showing you the pictures I made using the mixture of those prompts. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.